Okay, and welcome.
Welcome back to today's podcast. Thank you guys for joining us. If you're watching on YouTube, what's going on? You guys can see us. If you're on SoundCloud, obviously, to me, I actually enjoy listening to podcasts on the go in the car. So SoundCloud is actually my move. But
Use code WICKED on SoundCloud to get 10% off. We don't have a code.
But I actually prefer the audio version because I can listen to it on the go, so it's much easier. But we're going to try to do a bunch of lunchtime uploads for the podcast in between 15-20 minutes, so you guys on your lunch breaks at work, at school, wherever you are, can listen to us or watch and listen to us on your lunch break. And then you go back to work feeling motivated, feeling like you got a good story to tell.
Yeah.
And there she goes.
If this is your first time watching, I'm not like the headphone thing is just to make sure that we have good audio, so don't be confused.
I'm feeling like I need my own too.
I mean,
maybe next
really
video.
Want to be secluded.
Next video. I like listening to myself because then I'm like, oh, am I talking too much or am I not talking enough?
Talking too much.
So, today we wanted to tell, basically, the thing is, on the channel, not all the time is it clear as to,
who is
almost,
who?
Almost like who is who, like what are our actual personalities. I mean, you guys will pick up on it throughout the videos and stuff, but we wanted to talk super kind of in depth, or even bring up stories about stuff that has happened behind the scenes that you don't ever see on camera, or just our personalities beyond what YouTube is and everything that it's made for us. So I thought this would be a cool opportunity, 15-20 minutes, talk about a couple stories, and you guys get more of an insight on stuff that has happened in our lives or just our personality in general. So
life.
I'm gonna try and brainstorm. I'll just start off with your generic personality. And what's cool?
We're doing this.
What's cool is we're kind of describing each other. I wanted to see a third person perspective of what else someone else thinks of you. But because when you talk about yourself, it's oh yeah, I do this and this, but maybe you don't see something that you do that someone else does.
Who am I?
When you're out of body.
Out of body experience.
So, the best way. Well, I'll just start. So, describing this man right here, I guess I'm going to talk about work ethic because that's basically all we do these days.
Work.
This man is real good with, I think, a big portion of our channel that we need to have in everything is a lot of designs. This man wanted to be a designer. I think he does good with the titles and any kind of like the logo that we have. This man made. Was that for a class or was that for?
I had to make a logo for class, but we weren't allowed to use words, and it had to just be all visuals. And I didn't like what.
Wait, even though ours has words.
That one I didn't use.
Oh.
I created one that I didn't like, and I kind of wanted, it just got me thinking more and more, what can I make out of, knowing the skills that I gained in that class. What logo can I make that I would actually enjoy? So I kind of submitted one for class that I didn't like, that kind of fit their criteria, but used what I learned to create a new logo that was I guess came out from using that class. So because I was in that class, it got me brainstorming and I created a logo.
All right, give an overview of me. What do you think? You think I'm an asshole? You think I'm
just work ethic wise? Are we talking? Because that's what you said.
No. Yeah, I guess you could do work ethic or something.
Jordan's it's very creative mindset.
I'm a very weird man.
I'm You're
weird.
Not allowed to comment right now.
I'm sorry, but I'm
need to
weird
sit back
outside
and calm
of YouTube.
Down. He's kind of a weird guy, but it's okay. That's why we like him. That's why we keep him around. I think if I was to describe Jordan, I feel like he always thinks he isn't doing enough. He's always just hold up. No,
I'm agreeing. I was like, that's true.
He's always just oh man, I'm slacking off too much. But in reality, he's grinding pretty frequently.
Because you know why? I think it's
we'll cut that off. And I don't know. He's always trying to be on that grind. Sometimes, being honest, I think it's a little too much that he wants to be on the grind.
Yeah, I think it's too much sometimes.
Would you shut up?
I'm a tired dude.
Would you shut up? I think I like to think about it in the mindset of you have to have that balance of work and play, where I feel that Jordan's really a lot of work. And maybe it's because when you're at work, you're driving around, that you feel like you're not working, so you feel like you have to work more. Maybe that could be a part of it. But for me, it's like I have school, which is work. I have work, which is work. And then I have like some free time, which ends up turning into work because of creating videos and other content. And then I have homework, which is more work. So it's like I feel I spread myself out where I'm like doing a lot of work. And then when it comes to doing the work I want to do, I have to like relax a little bit first and then I do the work. Where Jordan, he goes out, he works, he does schoolwork, then he gets home and he's like, I guess his relaxation is like doing this work. So
yeah,
I mean that's good though. That's what keeps us grinding.
I think one thing that I would say about myself that's very weird, we go to school for film. I hate watching movies because I feel like I'm wasting my time while sitting there watching, which is funny because we make movies. Mm-hmm. But I don't like watching. I like creating the movie.
I feel like I've always just enjoyed watching movies, and then through school, little bits have taken away from it, but they've also added to it, and I've learned more of a respect and a different creative eye to watching movies, which I would think that because Jordan and I have very similar tastes, I would think that would have come off the same way to him, which I think he still has the creative eye to see and break down movies, but it's like, apparently he hates watching movies. Like,
well, let's clarify. I don't like watching movies during the day. It has to be late at night to where I'm like, okay, fine. I mean, I can finally chill out now.
I mean, like, unless I'm just like super tired and I'm like playing some video games midday. There's a lot of times that being inside during like, especially summer when it's nice out, it kills me because it's like I can do anything during nighttime because it doesn't matter what day it is, what time of the year it is. When it's nighttime, it's like it's just nighttime. But when it's like during the day, that's the time you got the light to be able to go out and do whatever.
Yeah.
So I love being able to like capture that stuff. But
I just hate watching movies during the day.
Like I always thought we watched a lot of cool movies in our movie class. And this man's
now
like,
going out to the movies is different than just watching a movie. Yeah, because I like going out. Well, I mean, it still sucks because when I go, you go to a movie like 2-3 o'clock in the afternoon, and then you walk out and now it's dark. It's just like, wow, that sucks.
Especially, I feel like that with
that's terrible
because you go and it's pretty bright out. When you come out, it's like not super dark, but
even if it is, when I come back out, it's still light. I'm like, wow. The sun went from there to there and nothing happened. Mm-hmm. I didn't do anything productive, but I don't know. That's just something weird that I think. What do you think? Actually, we're trying to describe each other. Not I'm trying to go on by myself, but I'm trying to think of something that you do that the boys wouldn't see. This man does his hair the exact same way every day. I think I do the same thing too. But
I mean, yeah.
He's got to keep the hair.
That's one thing I really like hair's got to be right. Hats are okay, but after a couple hours of wearing a hat, unless you're just in that tired mode, like going out and about, like I always feel like I start to feel gross. Like I feel like the oils and just you get that feeling just where everything feels gross. You can't take the hat off because you got hat hair and it's just ruined now. So you got to keep the hat on. You got to keep alternating between forward and backwards, and I feel like my whole emotion. I don't know. Do I need to get closer?
No, you can hear you.
I can hear so I can hear my voice, but I can also hear it through the headphones, and I can't tell what's louder. Like obviously, if I get up here, it's like super clear. Maybe I'll move forward in a little bit.
I like the way it sounds when you're up here. I just want to say.
Hold up. All right, let's just. Yeah. Okay. What was I saying?
I don't know, but I got a.
Oh wait, hair, right?
Yeah, you don't like wearing hats. Do your hair the same way every time.
I want to switch it up. I'm kind of getting over this. I like putting it up, but sometimes I never feel like I get the look I want. On the other side, Jordan's hair is just weird. He went from a long hair life, and
Well, you
just
could still consider this long.
It's still long. It's funny because
I don't like the side.
You just
long.
changed the way you did it. So like everything was long, like not long, but like like the old flow cut. And it's like you pretty much cut the sides and just pushed it back, but never actually really changed the style. All it was is instead of hanging down, you just like got rid of it. And it's like, I thought like I remember like talking to you about it because it was a big change.
The transfer looked terrible.
Yeah, and it's like
it was because of the side. The side came over here. Mm-hmm. It's like what the hell is that?
Well, because it was still the side from like everything flowing in.
It's like you had flow, you cut it off.
One thing I thought was funny is like you're like, oh, I kind of not sure if I want to go for this or for this, and then it's like you never really decided. It was just like, all right, well, you know what? I'm just gonna put it this way, and that's how it is.
Dude, my biggest fear as a kid was changing my hair. Never wanted to. I had the same hair for 8 years.
And what's funny is like anytime we're getting up in the morning and we're like at the same place and like doing hairs and stuff before we leave, like we both spend a good amount of time like making sure it looks good. And you can like the car ride onto wherever we're going. By the time we get there and Jordan gets out of the car, he'll put a hat on already. He spent all this time before we got there and getting up, showering, and making it look good just to throw a hat on as soon as you get to the event you were going to. I'm just like...
Well, it also depends on what stage of a haircut. Like, if I just got a haircut, I'm okay with no hat.
Towards the end, like right now... You're always a hat.
Right now... Oh, if we're at an event, I kind of like to wear a hat because we're moving around, we're sweating. The stuff's going to fall out anyways. Yeah, but I think both of us we try with the hair, but
I mean, I'd say that's another thing about each of us. We both like style. I think for me more, I like a lot more things. Like, I would almost say I'm more particular with a style, where you're a little bit more casual style. But
I just like. All right. I use what I have, and like make it look good, if that makes sense. Do you pre-plan your outfits when you go out shopping?
When I go shopping?
Yeah, like when you're buying,
I'm gonna go out somewhere.
Dude, this is gonna go with this, and then these shoes, and then these pants.
No, I just see stuff I like.
Okay.
Like when I was buying these gray pants, I just I saw them in the store, and I was like, I like that. I like that color.
I like that.
Mentally, I did add in the factor like that'll go with a lot of things, because I try to pick something that's a little neutral, so you can just use it over a variety of times. But everything I'm not much of a I'll put an outfit together. That's the post thing. So if I sometimes I do the generic school thing of night before. If I need to get up early, I'll just throw some things down that I think would look good. Just grab them in the morning so I don't need to think and I can just put it on. But most things, especially when buying, it's just if you see something that catches your eye and you like it, you get it. Like these shoes. I love these.
You're wearing shoes right now?
I'm wearing shoes right now. Are you not?
No, I'm casual.
That's one thing too. I can feel casual while wearing shoes. It's just another addition. It's like wearing socks.
I like
wearing a full outfit. That's one thing.
I can't walk around barefoot. That's disgusting.
I never knew how
and
people
it's cold.
Did that. Yeah.
One thing that I do want to say about this guy, and I think it's kind of funny because we're I don't know, a duo or whatever. Everything. So just for an example, everything that I do, I'm like the hype dude. I'm like, dude, let's go do this, man. And then you're like, no, dude, that's stupid. And then you're like, all right, fine, let's go do it. One specific, a couple years ago, got this guy riding the ramps at the skate park, and I was like, dude, let's go skate. I'm gonna teach you how to ride at the skate park.
I agree. That would be one time I'd be like, oh no, and I think that was more don't want to say a scared thing, but more of a skills thing. I knew I didn't have much skill with it. Didn't want to be embarrassed of not being able to hang. Second, I can see I want to do these tricks, but I can't. I try to do them, and it doesn't.
I'm not even that good. I just like riding the ramps. I used to love just being able to ride on a skateboard up and down a ramp and not fall. But
that was a fun day.
Thing.
It was a good time.
No, it was fun. Everything that we do, I feel like I'm always all right, let's do this and let's do this, and then you're just all right, well, let's do it, and then.
I mean, I think
it's that follow me up thing. That's how it is.
I follow my boy. You gotta follow your boy
until the pool.
We're not gonna talk about the pool.
That's funny. No, there is some times where like I have like a bad idea, and then we're like, oh,
I mean, we
wow,
both
that's
have
bad.
different athletic skills. He's somehow got crazy hops.
I don't
I
know
think
where
maybe
that came
it's just you know how to just throw your weight with you.
Well, I play a lot of basketball. That's the thing. I think I played a lot of basketball.
Like even just like doing a flip into the pool, he gets a lot of height and then the flip and then in. Where like me, I'm kind of like, if here's the pool, I'm like kind of going out and flipping at the same time. Where he's like, it's 3 motions: in the air, flip, drop,
And then you drop. I don't know. Gravity's just not a thing for me. I just go up. Which,
thing I do
speaking
think-
of, remember I took down that basketball goal? That was dope, but not dope because
funny
it really
story.
hurt.
I had. I don't know how most.
This
people
is
do
like
it.
exactly the story of like, yo, follow me up, and then I came through.
Follow me up.
Except for I was
you were
following.
first.
No, I followed. I was last.
Who'd you follow?
It was you, and then Adam, and then me.
Really? Okay.
And then I was like, you guys think? Watch this.
So
boom.
I don't know if this is common for most people, but we had like an in-ground basketball pole where there's like a hole dug. You put the pole in, or the post, whatever you want to call it, and fill it in with concrete so it like is permanent. Unless most people have the rolly ones, which I have a rolly one now because of what happened in the story. So this one's been there since I moved to this house. And you could see there's some surface rust starting, or at least what we thought. And I mean, no one ever really dunked on it. You just kind of shot at it. And the one night we're like, yo, who can dunk? Adam tried to dunk. I think he might have touched net. I think I touched net. And Jordan's like, I'm about to hit rim.
Yo, watch this.
He went up there, like slapped the rim. And I think he was just kind of dragging his hand down as he was coming. But because of how old this was and how rusted it actually was on the inside, the metal was like paper thin.
Dude,
so
this
because
thing?
of the weight of just his hand and like hitting the rim, it just all like snapped right in the middle and came down with him. Not even like actually holding on. It's just the motions of both of them being together.
And then,
it like hit you in the back.
The rim smacked me in the back, like right next to my spine.
Didn't you kind of swing and you like hit the pole?
No, it was the actual.
It was the
part
thing?
coming down. Yeah, I mean, no. So like, it came down, hit me. I knocked off the pole. That's how it was.
It was pretty funny.
His basketball goal almost killed me.
This was pretty late at night too, wasn't it?
It was right before dark.
Yeah,
and I was just like, I like got up. I was like, ow. I was like, but that was sick though. That's like me. I'm just like, go get it.
I remember getting a
dunk
text
it.
from my dad in the morning, being like, "Hey,
yeah, 'cause it
don't
was
worry
that
about
way.
it. That I can see it was like paper thin because of the rust, so I don't care about what happened. It's all cool." And I was like, "All right," because I was like, "Oh man, what are they gonna think? Like, they're both asleep. They're gonna wake up in the morning to go to work and just see this basketball pole destroyed."
I remember that.
And it was fine. They didn't care.
I remember like looking at it because remember it sat on the ground for like a year. Like at the end of it, you can go in there with your hand, just start peeling off metal.
Yeah.
It was like
It
it
was
was
super
rot.
thin.
It wasn't rust. It was rotting.
Yeah.
So I like felt bad, but then I was
I don't know
like,
how it.
I was like, that was a
did it
pretty
there. I
dope
think It
way.
was close because of where the joints were.
And hey, it didn't. At least it didn't go through the windshield of a car.
Yeah.
If a car was there and then it broke, ooh, baby, that's expensive.
Yeah.
And then there was like this massive hole in your yard for like a month or so.
Yeah, because we had to dig it out.
What you got? Another.
I was gonna say one thing about you. I feel like your mindset of just currently, you've got a very like famous mindset at the moment. Where
Explain.
I don't know if you're not following. So like where the way you post and do things are of a following already. You know what I mean? So the way your persona is as if we have thousands of people watching and that we have like a group of followers that is like our little like army that's just like, yeah, like cheering us on and like you're posting for the boys. Where like the way I post, I'm just kind of like, yo, what's good? Like I post a little bit of things and I think it's just because I don't see the mindset of like people watching to watch me. Just like I feel like
You know what I
it's
do?
just friends.
I think yeah. Okay, so I take like that's exactly me. I pretend that I'm talking to like our friends, like our subscribers that we meet and now
Yeah.
that are friends. But like I almost visualize that like where I'm in a room and they're all like watching, and like that's the only thing I don't like. I'm not like, oh, there's like thousands of people that watch this thing. Like, what's up? And I feel like literally like I talk to the people that are subscribing. Like they become our friends, and a lot of that has been happening through college, especially. So I think I take that thing that like, cause like literally on the phone you got like I try to remember like it's not just a number on here. There's literally someone else watching you. So like you got to be kind of like personify yourself. Otherwise you're just like like it's like everybody else. So you got to like kind of change up.
No,
and
like,
I think it's been heavy the last like
it's
year.
a smart lens that you have of looking into it, that the way you look at it is what's coming out here is
and
going
I
straight to
like
people that want to see it. Like the way I see it is almost like what's going out to here is just people that know me, and I need to kind of switch that look as to I'm going specifically to the people that I know would want to see it and that I want to see it. It doesn't matter who else sees it.
Do you ever scroll through the names who watches your stuff and you're like, oh, I'm glad that he watched that, or he or she.
Yeah.
Like glad that he or she saw that. I think it happened a little bit too. Just because of our situation where we started hanging out with Calvin, and when he started like watching my stuff, I was like, oh, okay, cool. Like, so this is starting to get real, where it's like someone else who's a personality online or whatever that produces content and stuff is like watching my stuff. So it's like, all right, now we're building off of our stuff, and it's like, oh, cool. Now he's watching my stuff, we're watching his stuff, and we kind of work together. And then I feel like that kind of put it in a perspective where I was like, okay, some of these people are real, and like they're actually like doing stuff and taking in the content.
I think the coolest thing is like, because obviously people can watch it, but you don't know if they're just clicking through or if they're actually watching it. I think the cooler thing is when you put like a poll or something and you actually see people vote. You're like, wow, like maybe they actually care. You know, it's kind of cool to see that interaction, because like.
But you can't get stuck up in it.
Oh, I know. I'm just saying it's cool to see that people. Like you still get like the huge percentage of like this many people watched and only this many people voted. But it's cool to see that some people are actually like, oh, you know, like they clicked on your story, they saw that you had something to interact with, and they're like, sure. Let me say something.
Also, to go with how you're describing like how I talk to the boys and everything.
Yeah.
I have learned to do that because when we watch influencers that we like.
That's how they do it.
Because and that talks to you more.
Yeah.
So I'm like, all right, well, this is how. Like I'm not gonna think about at all that I'm just talking on that I'm not talking onto an Instagram video. I feel like I'm talking to like actual people. So I think that's
and
just a switch.
I think that's just kind of the way we both are, getting to know us more. I definitely think I'm definitely. I keep saying that word too much. I'm more of a quieter person.
Ryan's favorite word is aesthetic.
Dude, aesthetic.
It's
a cool word.
Aesthetic.
It's my favorite thing.
It's his favorite thing to say when we're doing car reviews. And I feel like if you don't say it in a car review, it wasn't a good video.
It wasn't a video.
So he has to hold him up on this, because if he doesn't say aesthetic about the car,
your word is aesthetic.
Then you better bash him for it, because that's his favorite word. What's another?
I wouldn't say it's my favorite word.
You have favorite words. He uses a lot of the same words. I like using
some big words.
Not even big, just like
different, just unique bars.
Repetition bars. I guarantee if he was a rapper, he'd be like aesthetic, or something like that.
Aesthetic.
That's totally him.
Yeah, I mean, we both have a different way. But like I was saying, I tend to be more of a quieter person. That's how I kind of was in school. I wasn't really per se in a group, but I think I was. Hey, yeah.
I thought the dog was still down here, and I was like, what is he doing?
I was going for the chair, and that was your leg. It was just weird.
That's just awkward.
I wasn't per se in a group, but I would say I was known by people. So like, everyone kind of knew everyone, but I wasn't just like secluded. If they needed to talk to me, they talked to me. Whereas Jordan, on the other hand,
were you a drug dealer? Like, yo, if you need something,
no, it's like more that I wasn't friends with a lot of the people, but they knew who I was and I knew who they were. So say they had a question about something on the test or like on a paper or what was the homework, something like that. It's not where to a point that they were like, oh, I don't know that kid. They'd be like, yo, what was this? You know? So you had that kind of mutual connection where you, I think moving in later, being older, you kind of got more attention coming in. So you got kind of, what's the word, seasoned to be more outspoken because, you know, people are like, oh, hey, what's up? You're new.
I am
what are you
really
about?
outgoing, like to the point where I'll talk to somebody at the gas station and I have no clue who they are. But that's another thing I've been loving, trying to talk to new people all the time. I like talking to people. Some people are like, oh, leave me alone. I'm just like,
I think it depends on the day. Some days, I don't know why, you kind of get in that mood and you're just like, every person you see, you're kind of just like, hey, what's going on, you know?
No, I like talking to like random people. You know what's cool too is like if you say something stupid to someone random, guess what? You're never seeing them again. So for the most part, you're probably never seeing them again.
Yeah, that's okay.
So get over it.
I think the biggest thing was the one time we left a note on someone's car, and that first person was Mikhail. We left a note on his car after racing him that one time, and we're like, yo, what's up? We raced.
Mm-hmm.
Here's our
That's
number.
why cars is cool, because like you just talk to new people all the time, and it's like you already have the same language going on.
My ankle's asleep.
Dude, my calf has been killing me all day. I guess we're getting old.
You want to talk about pain?
Mm-mm. No.
Knock, knock. Who's there? Cylinder number 4.
Slap, 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 clap, clap, clap. Oh my god. Funniest meme came out the other day. It's just an inside joke.
If you know, you know. If you don't know, you don't know.
All right.
Is that it?
That was good. That was
good.
Did
but I always feel, I don't know what it is about these podcasts. I feel unfulfilled by the end. I feel like there's more to say.
You know what there is?
And you cut it off.
You know what there is? There's more time for podcast number 2 in one night.
I don't know if you guys notice, but in most of the endings of all the videos, I'm like, I have more to say. And Jordan's just like, okay, goodbye.
Because then, you know,
what's funny is because I'm the one that's quieter and he's the one that talks more.
We can move. Yeah, because I'm like, all right, now on to the next one.
But I'm not done with this one, you know?
Another one.
But, all right. Well, if he says we're done, we're done. Moving on.
Done with this one, we're on the next one.
We'll catch you guys next time. Hope you guys enjoyed learning a little bit more about us, just talking about some stuff. I don't know even what we talked about. It's just already gone. On to the next one.
There you go. Now he's becoming more... Another one.
I'm becoming more like him. It's just...
Dude, that's the thing.
Hey, how old are you? 12.
I don't remember
what?
crap.
Okay.
I don't remember anything. I'm on the
fact,
next one.
Jordan has no memory.
I have short-term memory loss, and I'm on the next... Yeah, who are you?
If you say there's a situation one time where one of you boys out there happens to be hanging out with us at a car event and somehow we all go out to dinner later, you will notice there's a key thing with Jordan that you can ask him something. The key response is, huh? What?
Wait. That was so perfect because you know what I just sent? Huh? Dude, that's my thing.
His thing.
Dude, my
is almost like
brain
obliviousness,
goes
but
off into like, oh, this is what we should do.
Jordan's like, he'll look like he'll
dope.
be like intently listening, and you'll be like explaining something super deep and meaningful to you, and he'll be almost kind of like after you're done talking.
And I'm not, no.
Just kind of like,
I'm not even on my phone. I'm not on my phone. I'm not doing. I'm literally like looking at you.
yeah, and he'll just be thinking about something else. And it's almost like when you stop talking, it registers, and he's like,
What?
and you're just like, how much time did I waste talking to a wall? Jordan is a wall,
Dude,
man.
I'm a wall. No, I absorb, but most of the time.
And it'll come back to him later.
It'll come back to me like tomorrow.
And you'll be like, remember that? And you'll be like, how do you remember that? We didn't even get to talk about it.
You didn't respond or anything. I'd be like,
And then he'll be like, what?
yeah, what?
Oh, man.
That's me. All right, we'll see you guys next podcast on the next one. Bye.